even though they've been broken up for years or months, that other person is still stalking them and still, their mind is so hell bent on having that person, even if it's unhealthy, that they'll almost do anything to do it. So you're dating somebody and their ex is like that. My suggestion is get the heck away from there. Not that you have to be scared of anybody, because I really don't fear any man on this earth individually. However, there's certain situations I ain't got time for, or,
Ain't nobody got time for that.
For real. And if you run up on me and catch me on the right day or the wrong day for you, gently.
That was a mistake.
For real. So, and I'm not trying to be boastful or saying I'm like that. But however, I ain't got time for that. Ain't nobody trying to, do all that. And Will is, he my guy. I enjoy his acting skills, and he's a very talented person. I think he's very underrated rapper. I think people rate him low because he did the no cussing thing and he didn't want to be a thug. But if you listen to his actual, because I used to be a musician, rapper, whatever, and producer, you listen to his skill level is very advanced, and he's written for some of the big name rappers. We'll say that for another time. You didn't know it, and you sung his lyrics without him rapping it. But anyway, that type of guy, though, they are unpredictable when it comes to love and stuff like that. So you have to be very cautious and careful. So that's disappointing. That would have destroyed your career if that would have came out. So I let's assume that it could be true. Yeah, I can see that as a situation where Jada has that trump card and she can play that at any moment and destroy everything in Will's life if he tried to leave her or divorce. I can definitely see that as a good amount of leverage. Overall, the interview, if you're looking for shock value, definitely. If you're looking for shock value, definitely. If you're one of those people that just love gossip and you just want to hear juicy details of somebody and their lives, yeah, this is the interview for you. However, if these things that he said in this interview are true, I would say even if 75% of what he said, if that's true, then what's the word? I want to search for the right word. God help us all. Because these entertainers are some weirdos, right? Weirdos. But I'm inclined to believe at least most of what he's saying is true. He's saying in a book, he has it to where you can scan a QR code and whatever he said, you scan it and you see a darn receipt, a video or audio or a picture or something. I don't know. It's hard to argue with that type of stuff because, proof is proof, right? And it's hard to argue when somebody got the facts. Boy, let's wrap this up. You can tell I really didn't want to go full blast on this video because, these are still people, even though they're celebrities and they're in front of the camera a lot and they have this going on and that going on. They're still human, right? And they have children. They have 2 children together, even though Will has more, right? I think he has another son, an older son, but they have 2 kids together. So, they know their parents are famous and they're actually famous. So, people say wild stuff all day long. But when somebody somebody that's been close to the family, somebody that's been intimate not intimate with the people, I don't know though, these days, but somebody that's been up close with the family for so long, longer than your kids have been alive. Think about it. All 3 kids. He was there before he had any of the kids. He was there when he came out of Philly. Right there with him. So if he's been there the whole time, he was part of the family, basically, is what I'm getting at. And I'm sure they look at that as a big betrayal. No matter how nasty they are, no matter what they got going on, no matter what they have going on, I'm sure they look at it as a big time betrayal. And there's probably more he didn't mention. I don't know. It seems like he knew a lot already. And in the interview, if I to go by his body language in the interview, he could probably write 3 or 4 more books and just put extra stuff in there. You know, it just seems like that. So even though some people are going to look at it as he was wrong about doing what he did, the fact remains when you have somebody close to you like that and you bring somebody into your inner circle or even that close to your marriage, they're going to know things, right? If they're around enough, they're going to know things. My best advice is if you don't want people to know or get up on your bed, keep people out. Keep people out. If you bring them in, understand they in. That didn't sound right. Understand that they're in. So they gonna know, right? You can only keep secrets and things like that hidden so long from somebody that's in your house. I hope this makes sense. So at the end of the day, Brother Bilal, I wish him luck on his endeavors. The book. I don't know. I might have to get it. Even though I try to keep it straight and stay out of folks' business, especially marriages. I don't like to get in people's marriages. But for some reason, I might want to get that dirt. You know what I'm saying? I want to get all up in the burner just for a second, right? Just for a second. Not a lot. But I did have Will Smith's book, audio version, and I just got Jada's book. I haven't checked it out yet. And then, of course, Bilal, maybe not. I'm thinking about it. I might get his. I'll have 3 perspectives on similar stories. And maybe I can compare notes and see who really telling the truth, right? Who telling the truth about what? I'm just saying. But even though there wasn't a lot of dirt in Will Smith's book about, his wife or anybody else, I don't know. Maybe Jada did put some dirt in hers, We all know about the Tupac thing. That is I might do a whole video on that mess. But, actually, I think I will. Let me get out of here. I'm rambling. So this is your man, Terrion Wilson. I hope you enjoyed this episode. I know it's a little different from what I usually do, but I had to stop and talk about this because this really does fall into mental health aspect of the channel, right? We do motivation and mental health. You're mentally unhealthy if you keep yourself in a marriage where somebody can verbally demean you. They all constantly openly embarrassing you. And it's bad for mental health if you're sitting there and you're dealing with sexuality issues and it's hard to be free and be who you are. Now, I'm not saying you're this or that. I'm just saying if I go by the story, then you know what I'm saying? I know it's probably hard to keep that stuff hidden. That's what I'm saying. Sometimes you just want to be yourself. So this is your man, Terrion Wilson, a.k.a. Brotha T. That was very awkward. We're going to get back on track, y'all. And I'll probably have some more Will and Jada stuff in one of these boxes, right? So check it out, and I'll catch you later. Peace.